Everyone thinks Sudoku is Japanese. It's not. It was invented by American architect in India in 1979. Nobody cares he died before becoming famous. Then a Japanese editor named it on the way a horse race. Then a retired judge in New Zealand spent 6 years coding software in his bedroom and then triggered a global obsession that. So welcome back to PlayZaxis. Today we are going on a 200-year journey to find out where the world's most famous puzzle actually came from. To find Sudoku's real ancestor, we have to go back 1783 Switzerland. A blind 76 years old mathematician named Leonhard Euler is doing what he always does, solving puzzles in his head and dictating the answer to his assistant. Euler invents something he called a Latin squares, the rules an n by n grid where each symbol appears exactly once in each row and once in each column. It's the foundation of Sudoku, a 3 by 3 box rule. Euler had no idea his obscure mathematical curiosity would become a worldwide obsession. 220 years later, it published in an academic paper, mathematicians studied it, and then nothing. For 2 centuries, Latin squares stayed locked in mathematical journals until an American architect picked up one. In 1979, Indianapolis, Indiana, a 74-year-old retired architect named Howard Garns is born. He spent his time creating puzzles for Dell Pencil Puzzles and Word Games, a thin newsstand magazine sold in American grocery stores. Garns takes Euler's Latin square, add one new rule, divide the n by n grid into the 9 3 by 3 grid. Each must also contain 1 to 9 and submit the results. He called it number place. And then Dell published in 1979. It appears alongside crosswords and the word search. Most readers ignore it. Garns keep creating number puzzles for over a decade. He never patents it, he never markets it, he never makes any real money from it. In 1984, Tokyo, a puzzle magazine's editor named Maki Kaji discovers number place in an American magazine. Kaji loves it. He brings it to Japan, publishes it in its own magazine called Nikoli, and decides it needs a Japanese name. Kaji is on his way to a horse race when he comes up with one name in under 25 seconds. Suji wa Duki Shin ni Kiguru, Japanese. He shortened it and named it Kaji. Add two more designs that didn't exist in the Garns original. First, symmetry. Every Sudoku puzzle in Nikoli has clue placement that are symmetrical, like a snowflake, beautiful but completely unnecessary mathematically. Second, a clue cap. No more than 32 numbers given. This forces the puzzle to be harder, more elegant. Kaji turned number place into an art form. By the early 1990s, Sudoku had a huge fan base in Japan. Nikoli sells around 6 lakh puzzle magazine a month, but outside Japan, almost nobody has heard about it. Sudoku is still a Japanese secret for now. 1997, a bookstore in Tokyo. A 52-year-old retired Hong Kong judge named Gould is on holiday. He wanders in a bookshop, picks up a Japanese puzzle magazine, and sees a Sudoku for the first time. He buys the magazine. He doesn't speak Japanese. He had no idea what Sudoku means, but he understands the puzzle instantly. Number don't need translations. Could flies home to New Zealand and become. For the first 6 years, Wayne teaches himself computer programming. He has one goal: write software that can generate infinite Sudoku puzzles of any difficulty on demand. 6 years working alone in his bedroom as a hobby. In 2004, he has it. A computer program that can generate beautiful, solvable, perfectly difficult Sudoku puzzles in seconds. He called it Peppercorn Sudoku. Now, Wayne does something. He flies to London, walks into the office of the Times newspaper, and asks to speak to the puzzle editor. Tell him he has a puzzle that will change their newspaper. The Times editor is a spectacle. Wayne offers him puzzle for free. He asks nothing in the return except a small credit and the right to keep the software. 12th November 2004, the Times of London publishes its first Sudoku. Within 3 days, readers are calling, asking for more. Within 2 weeks, every other British newspaper is scrambling to add their own Sudoku. Within 6 months, Sudoku has spread to America, Australia, India, and across Europe. Within 1 year, Sudoku books are bestseller in 30 countries. Sudoku tournaments, Sudoku World Championships, Sudoku apps, Sudoku theme, serial. Wayne, the retired judge who taught himself coding in his bedroom, becomes accidentally rich. He licensed his software to 700 newspapers worldwide. He never accepted a fee from the Times. Maki Kaji, Nikoli's editor magazines. Sales triple. Japan suddenly remembered that Sudoku originated there. Well, except for the part where it actually originated to Indiana. Howard Garns is mentioned almost nowhere. He's been dead for the past 15 years. His name appears in the articles that nobody. Here, what's beautiful about Sudoku? It's no language. A crossword puzzle required English or French or Hindi. The vocabulary, the cultural reference, the wordplay, none of it crosses borders easily. Sudoku used 9 symbols. They could be Arabic, Roman, colors, fruit, anything. The logic is identical in every culture. A Sudoku from Tokyo solves the same way as we Sudoku from the Mumbai. It's why the puzzle conquered the world's morning commute. It's needed no translation. It just need paper. Today, more than 100 million people play Sudoku every day. The New York Times app alone has 10 millions of users. Sudoku tournaments offer prize money. Computers have proven that the minimum unique solutions puzzle required exactly 17 clues, a mathematical fact discovered in 2012. All of it because of an architect in Indiana, a magazine editor in Tokyo, and a retired judge in New Zealand. 3 strangers separated by ocean and decades who never met each other. The puzzle they accidentally created has no language, no nationality, and no end. Subscribe to PlayZaxis for the daily Sudoku, weekend deep dives, and the never forgotten games we bring back to life. See you in the next one. Bye.